Hi, my name is Daniel with onemonthnocarbs.com, and I'm making this video for people who still don't believe that we're told a giant lie, that we're told to just shut up, eat the sugar, get addicted, get sick. Now, if you don't think that um, our kids are made addicted to sugar on purpose, that it's not that bad, go watch a cat video, go watch something else. But if you want to know the truth of what's going on, uh, stick around. Um, I'll do a demonstration on this website right here. It's called Chronometer. It's a free software, and they don't have skin in the game. They don't care one way or another what we eat. It's a website that shows you what's in food. It tells the vitamins, minerals, the carbs, the fat, the protein, and all the foods. They don't have a bias. You put the information in, and you'll see the exact same information on your food label. So it's not made to sway an opinion or to trick anyone. It's just a website that tells you what's in food. And when I discovered that website and I started playing with it, that's when I realized that it's a big giant lie. And let's take broccoli, for example. And if I look at the nutritional value of broccoli, and we'll use the new label, which shows you the calories. So here I have 1 cup of chopped broccoli, 156 grams. Now they like to say grams instead of cups or ounces and all that because it gets everybody confused. The more confused people are, the less likely they are to know the truth and to take action. But basically, 1 teaspoon of something is 4 grams. So keep that in mind. 1 teaspoon is 4 grams. So if you look at 54 calories worth of broccoli, it's got a tiny bit of fat. I mean, 0.1 of a gram, that's 1% of the daily value. So the daily value is sometimes a maximum, sometimes it's a minimum. Like for vitamin, they like for us to eat a minimum of 100% of the potassium, or the iron, calcium, vitamin D. But in the fat and cholesterol and the sodium is salt, I'm guessing it's a maximum. So carbs is basically sugar. Carbs are sugar, starches, and fiber that's found in food, both natural. Well, it's all natural food, but some is processed and some is not. But it's all sugar. It doesn't matter. So I'm assuming that carbs are the minimum required because carbs are good for us. We're told all the time that carbs are good for us. So it must be the minimum. Because if carbs were bad for us, then it'd be a maximum. So we're being told over and over and over to eat the carbs that we need. So the carbs are a minimum amount. So broccoli has 1 cup of broccoli has 4% of the carbs required. So that means to get everything in, as far as carbs go, we need to eat 25 cups of broccoli for carbs. So that's not going to happen. So there's other foods that we should eat to get the carbs, our 100% daily value. And that's for a 2,000 calorie diet. It says right here at the bottom, 2,000 calories. So what can I eat to get 100% of my daily value of carbohydrates? So if we go back to our list, we have sugars. So let's click on sugars. That's granulated white sugar, and I'll use the same label. So if I eat 300 grams of sugar right here, it's only 1,100 calories. So on a 2,000 calorie diet, I could eat twice that if I'm counting calories. And that way I get my 100%. I get, actually, it's a little more. So I'd have to change that to maybe 295. And that brings it down to 107. So maybe less, 280. 275. So 275 grams of sugar, it's 100% of the recommended carbohydrate value. Now they say, well, you shouldn't be eating sugar. Well, carbs are carbs. Carbs are good for you. It doesn't matter the source, really, because it all gets broken down into glucose in the body, and the body needs glucose. So they're saying we need the equivalent of 275 grams of sugar, which is more than a cup. You can divide 275 by 4. Let's start with that. 275 divided by 4. That's 68 teaspoons of sugar. So if you're going to have a coffee with 6 teaspoons of sugar, you would need 10 to reach your daily requirement of carbs. Now, you're saying I'm exaggerating and that being unethical, but I'm not. It doesn't matter where the carbs come from. You put carbs in your body, it gets transformed into sugar to fuel the body. Now, if this was true, what would happen? Well, if this was true, we'd have obese children. We'd have children with type 2 diabetes. We'd have a population that'd be overweight as a majority. We'd have an immense problem with obesity and weight problems. Isn't that what we have? Isn't that what we see every day? When I pick up my daughter at school and I see that more than half the kids she's hanging out with are overweight, more than half. Her small group of friends, they're all overweight, or most are. It's not an accident. Parents are not doing this on purpose. They're following the guidelines. And the guidelines say you should eat 274.9 grams of carbs per day. Doesn't matter the source. You can use cereal, milk, bread, pasta, cake, yogurt. As long as you get 300 grams of carbs, you follow the recommendations. And when you eat that many carbs, you get obese. Now, the keto diet, for example, which recommends less than 20 grams of carbs, that's a weight loss program. But if you look at the normal consumption of sugar recommended by the World Health Organization, they recommend less than 6 teaspoons per day. And we're telling these people to eat 68. So the World Health Organization says 6. The food labels say 60. The World Health Organization wants people to be healthy. The food label companies, or the food companies, want to make money. So who are you going to believe? So I lost weight by cutting the carbs. I eat low carb today and I'm not getting the weight back. It's not magic. It's common sense. It's the real common sense. So whether you believe it or not, it doesn't change my life. It doesn't change my daughter's life. She knows now. She eats junk food once in a while, but she counts the carbs and she's active and she's not addicted to sugar. She can say no to a cookie. She can say no to chocolate. She will have eggs and bacon instead of Lucky Charms. You make the choice. You know the truth. Thanks for watching.